Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Big Time Reality TV. My name is Andrew Kirk. You guys can follow me on Twitter at CCGrad8Kirk, and I got a very, very special guest today. You guys know her very well from the challenge Invasion of the Champions. It's Ashley Brooke. How we doing, Ashley?
Hey guys, how's it going? I'm excited.
It's going very well. I'm definitely glad to have you back on. We spoke during Rivals 3 on Blog Talk Radio. That went very well. So definitely glad to talk to you again. How's everything going?
It's been good. It's been a really quick year since last season. So from Rivals to now, it seemed to have gone quick. Good.
So before we get into the season, I want to catch up with you on how everything's going. I know you moved to Vegas. How's Vegas life been for you?
Well, believe it or not, I'm sure most people won't believe it, but I really love Vegas. I haven't been going out at all, really. If I just be like to dinner and then like way too much to bar. But besides that, I really haven't been doing like the club too old for that, I think, or maybe just a little snuff. Yeah. But they've got a lot of really fun. I jumped off the top of the stratosphere. I've done all the zip lines, and so I stay busy doing nerdy things and touristy things so far.
Yeah. Do you see any alumni there?
Every once in a while, someone will come into town. Nelson will come into town, but I've been really busy. I mean, shoot, from last season, we've been home for, I don't know how many months it's been, but it feels like I just got home from last season yesterday. So it's like people come to town, but once you live here, it's like I don't want to go drinking on a Tuesday night because I might have to work or something. So I run into people here or there, and always coming into town to go get shit-faced wasted, and it's not really in this for the challenge.
So going into the challenge, Invasion of the Champions, this is your second one. How does it feel to be on another one after you and Corey did very well in the first one? So how does it feel to be back again?
I was really excited to come back because last season I just really thought, last season on Rivals, I was honestly terrified. I didn't know what the hell to think. Honestly, I didn't know what I was getting myself into. So this season, at least I knew a little bit. Everyone sees like I can be paranoid, and that just doesn't have to come with boys. That's just like in life general, and I get really nervous easy. So even though I'd already been there once, I still get super nervous and stressed out about it. But I was just really excited to prove to everyone that I'm a strong competitor and I'm not just like what they show. I really love competing. I've been a competitor my whole life, so I was excited to come back and show people that I'm really ready to fight hard.
Yeah, definitely. And we've seen that, and you've been doing great. So starting off with the shelter.
Now we
got 18 people. Never won a challenge. How did you feel about being in that shelter with no champions?
I knew the freaking champions are coming. The season without Johnny Bananas, that would be like I don't know, it'd be not the challenge, right? So I had a good feeling. I had said from the beginning, like, I know that the champions are going to be here. And especially once we got into the Oasis, it was just way too big for the amount of people that we had in there. So my bubble was not popped when they arrived because I knew that they were going to be there. But it was pretty cool to start like building friendships, alliances, and before the champions got there. It was kind of a good way for us to kind of set the tone of the game ourselves and not let them control us, because we all know the champions have been there so many times. They're great at manipulating the newer kids and really just running the social game, running away with it. Social game.
Mm-hmm.
So the shelter was not nice. But I mean, I was hoping that more bitches would drop out. I was thinking like all these prissy little girls are going to be dropping out like flies. I was like, hell, I'll live in the damn shelter all season if I have to. But not one girl really quit, but no one really even had a breakdown, and it was really upsetting.
Why is that?
Because I was hoping I could get some bitches out in the shelter and I wouldn't have to worry about them in the Oasis. You know what I mean? Pick them off before we even make it there.
So the big storyline in the shelter was we had two sides. You had the side led by Nelson and the side led by Corey. I'm sure a lot of you are surprised that you weren't.
Why do the boys got to be the leaders? Maybe it's the girls who are leading it.
Yeah, the mean girls 2.0 is what they call you guys.
Maybe poor Nelson just got dragged along and he didn't even want to be on our side. No, I'm just kidding.
So why did you? So like, what made you choose the side with Nelson, Amanda, Hunter over Corey and Genocide? Mm-hmm.
Well, okay, so like I was saying just a second ago, like I'm pretty sensitive, and I don't know. I just saw in that first challenge that they were really making their alliance with Tony, Jenna, Kayla, and Corey. And I noticed that I really wasn't getting the invite to go into their team to help. So I thought to myself, well, fuck this. And right before the challenge started, everyone was about to break up into separate groups. And I realized that those 5, which are the strongest 5 when it comes to physical, probably the least strong. Anyways, but I saw them breaking off. And so I told everyone, like the 13 other people in the shelter, I was like, y'all, let's all work together to get over this wall. Because if you remember the first challenge, it was a big wall we had to get over. And then once we get over that, then we can break apart. And so that right there, Tony kind of separating himself, and then myself telling everyone to work together started. And I felt more power with numbers, and then just bullying people. And I made friends with these people. Like in the shelter, those 5 kind of isolated themselves a lot. And I don't want to say anything bad about them because I really like these people, especially, you know, Corey and Tony. Don't have any hard feelings for them, or Jenna. But they just isolated themselves. And I'm a type of person who really plays with emotions, which I shouldn't. So I got an emotional attachment to all these people. They're still my friends to this day. I literally talk to everyone that was in my alliance probably at least once a week. So
yeah, that's what's up. So you win the second challenge, get your ticket punched to the Oasis. You go to the Oasis. You see these 8 big champions come in. Let's talk about the girls, because I mean the girls are ones that you probably had your eyes on more than the guys. Laurel, Cara Maria, Camille, and Ashley K. What do you think when those 4 ladies stepped in to the challenge?
Well, I don't know if you noticed the size of our team compared to their team, like with Laurel and Ashley K. They are tall. I mean, not big. They're very, very physically fit. And then there's Cara Maria with like our muscles, bodybuilder. So it's like, and then here's all of us little skinny things. Like, it was pretty scary. And then they told us it was head-to-head contact. I'm like, guys, I'm going to die today. But I think when it comes to me, the win outweighs the fear of dying during the rivals, and I ripped my arm off. So I was just more focused on getting that first point. Like, I wasn't really thinking too much about the champions. Just I wanted to know how they were going to incorporate them with our game. If they were going to be voting us, that's more what I was thinking of.
Mm-hmm. So you guys win that first challenge, which was great. Did you score 2 of the points or just the first one?
I scored 2, the first one and the last one. Okay. I watched football. All of these girls are playing almost because they just all got into the middle and started wrestling. Like, the whole point of the game is to play it like football, pass the ball down the field so someone could score. So I'm trying to actually play it like football, where these girls are in the middle, like, wrestling.
Mm-hmm. So what I want to get into now is obviously you were the one that picked the first person in elimination, which was Tony. What was your relationship with Tony on this challenge? It seemed like it was a lot different than Rivals 3. Rivals 3, you guys seemed to be close, and then it changed this challenge. What happened with that?
Well, I think what happened was just the difference in alliances. I honestly, Tony is probably one of my favorite people before I went into the, I mean, he still is. I love Tony, but we were obviously a lot closer before I threw him in. But he's I think he's hilarious. He's a good guy. He's just funny. But like I said, it was the alliance is split. So look at it my way. I pretty much had 3 people I had to vote in: Corey, Tony, or Dario. And Dario had 1. So I didn't want him to throw me in, so I couldn't vote him. And that would just look super bad if I put in Corey after everything we'd have been through. So honestly, Tony was my only option.
Yeah.
It sucked.
Mm-hmm. So then he gets voted in, and then you almost get voted in by the guys. Like going into this challenge, I thought you and Corey were going to be good, but obviously it wasn't the case. Without giving away from future episodes, up to this point, where did you and Corey stand?
Hello?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. Do you need me to repeat that?
Yeah.
Okay. I said you almost got when they go to the nomination, you almost get voted in by the boys. Tony and Corey both voted for you. Going into after Rivals 3, I thought you guys were cool, but what happened on this challenge that made
I think that we're still cool. I still will like in private DMs and stuff, and same with him to me, but we're still cool. It's just a game, and you kind of have to look at it that way. We just ended up on different teams. We were on the same team, but we ended up on different sides of the house. So hopefully they don't take it personally, because I sure don't take it personally. I understand it's a game. What happened was, like I said, that first challenge, they really made it obvious that those 5, the Jenna, Corey, Kayla, Tony, and Nicole, they really, well, maybe not Nicole in the first challenge, but they really made it obvious that they were an alliance. It was clear to everyone. And so I was never invited. So I had to kind of go out for myself and do my own thing.
Mm-hmm. So let's talk about Hunter, shall we?
Who?
Mr. Hunter, Mr. Southern.
Hunter.
Going back all the way to
Hunter,
what made you get what caught your eye about Hunter?
Well, nothing really. He pretty much just around the shelter, he'd like a lot. He'd come up to me and we'd had long conversations. In the ocean, we had longer conversations about home, because I come from West Virginia. So we both have a little bit of country in us, and we just took 2 different parts in our life. He stayed at home. He's still a country boy. And I decided to change my life completely, move to the city, far away from family and anything I knew. So we had a lot of and I think that's what finally, once we got to the, Oasis, everything had came to a head. But
Mm-hmm. So what happened? What happened with this past episode? You obviously overheard him and Cara Maria talking, and I know you saw my tweet.
Okay, I didn't know exactly. Oh, wait, that I'm crazy? Oh, well, fuck yeah, you're just now figuring that out? No, but okay, well, what did really happen, because they don't really show everything, was that me and Sylvia, the night before that, had a huge blowout. Like, not with each other, but we got wasted. Like, had been drinking tequila all day and was like really like top level wasted. Like, whew. Anyways, so that day we had all been out at a little beach club. It was our day off, and the whole day, and talked to me. He was sitting next to Cara Maria, and then CT came up and sat with him too. I remember, because me and Sylvia were taking shots at the bar. We tried to sneak away, and we were watching like little spies. Anyway, so that was already in my head. Being the girl that I am, you sit and dwell on it and think about it, and then you start thinking about it, so you watch other things. And something that happened the night before, because that was in the morning, that fight with me and Hunter, and the night before there was a little blowout, because they were down there with kind of all the champion girls, and I went down there and they were kind of I don't know, playing this game, kind of picking on me, I guess, because of probably how fucking wasted I was. I don't blame them. Pissed off and kind of just said something to everyone, Like pretty much fuck all of y'all. You might not be afraid of me, but you should be. So then that's what was like the next, and then that night, like he came up and tried to talk to me. It was a big blowout. So the next morning, that was just like the end of kind of big sunglasses on, probably because my eyes were swollen from crying and the hangover. It was just like a freaking breakdown. I don't know. You know, girls are crazy. And I'm like, oh, so that's pretty much.
I'm sure being on reality TV is very like crazy. I mean, I just got done watching this past season, Are You the One? And oh my God, those people are a mess.
Oh my God, there was so much drama I heard on that season. Yeah, I tried not to, and you feel like such a fool because here's the thing. This world has got drunk and made a fool out of themselves, or even got mad and did something that they didn't want to do. Everyone. Okay. But usually you only have to live it once and apologize or you pissed off. The boy, the girl, whoever. But me, not only do I have to do it in front of a whole house of people that will pick on you and bully you, you have to wake up the next morning, relive it. There's a camera there while everyone's telling you the stupid shit you did. Then you have to apologize. And then it's really fun because then you get to watch it again on TV, re-apologize to those people, and then apologize to all the fans or like try to explain yourself. Relive it like 3 or 4 times. And usually people just go along, like just forget about it. But hopefully that will make me learn my lesson. Next time, if I ever get casted again, work really hard on meditating and keeping my cool.
Yeah. I'm sure being in the house 24/7 is not. I mean, I bet it's fun, but at the same time, I bet it's not fun at the same time.
It's not fun. It's fucking boring. We don't have music. We don't have books. We don't have TV. And after about like 3 weeks, you know everything that you want to know about everyone in that house. Like too much.
Mm-hmm.
That's why, you know, a lot of relationships and stuff move fast on reality TV because you live together. And not only do you live together, but you can't get away from each other. There's no TV, nothing to distract you. So literally you're relying on each other to entertain.
Mm-hmm. There was a question here that I want to get to.
Ask me a question.
At F Giles 25 wants to know about the Theo and Kayla fight.
The Theo and Kayla fight. What about it?
Just said to explain the Theo.
You talk about Kayla. Listen, you know, I had an interview yesterday and I talked about Kayla. And honestly, last night when I had my head on the pillow, I felt bad because I'm not going to talk any more crap about other women and bring them down. I'm going to do. So the fight with Kayla and Theo had something to do with preseason that I think carried on. And that's all I really know about it. Yesterday, I spent a little bit too much time, I think, dragging on the fight between Kayla and myself. And I don't want this season to be focused around that because there's so much better things to talk about this season. And she's already gone on like episode 4. So, I mean, actually maybe hard feelings, but I mean, I just don't want to keep talking about her. There's no reason to diss other women. And I have been feeding into that horribly. And I'm going to stop because I do not like that quality in myself. So quit talking bad about her.
Totally.
But I know, but I'm not going to keep going on about the rumors that were going around the house, even though, I mean, is it true? Is it a rumor if it's true? But.
Mm-hmm. And I definitely want to try. I'm going to definitely try and get Hunter on. But what was up with his beef with Kayla? I mean, we see in the episodes with, I just can't stand her. I just can't stand her.
It was a season thing. So maybe you should get Hunter on to talk about it. But it was another thing that happened before the season even started. So a lot of the guys that had problems with her, it was something that happened beforehand. Okay, yeah. Someone asked me a question. Can I read it to you?
Yeah, go for it.
It says, do you like the way you're portrayed on TV? Love my Smashly. Well, I mean, I like when they show how sensitive I am, honestly, because I am sensitive to the drama, but shoot, I am a lot of drama. So if they edited me differently, like they edit some girls, I would love me for the wrong reasons. Like, I feel like a lot of people that are on the show are very actions of what they do while they're being filmed. And they sit in their bed a lot just so they don't have drama, and they make sure to say certain things. And there's one thing that you have to know about me is that if I say it, and if I feel it, you'll see it. There's nothing that I'm going to hold back because I'm on TV. I'd rather people just love me or hate me for who I am than portray this perfect Taylor Swift type of image that's not true or achievable. So I think I like the way I'm portrayed to an extent, but it's just always rough to see yourself on TV.
Definitely. And I feel like you're doing a good job. I mean, the very first season, I'm sure your real world edit was not one that you liked. Am I wrong?
No, of course not. Fucking hated it. I literally moved out of the country. So.
Yeah, so I mean, I'm definitely glad they got you on Rivals 3 and on this challenge, because it definitely changed everybody's opinion of you, which was great.
Yeah, me too. I was going through a really rough time during Real World, and a really rough time more with myself. I wasn't confident, and I was having that was not very positive. And yeah, so I had grown a lot. I feel like one thing about doing reality TV and seeing yourself kind of, and you happen to relive it over and over, you learn not to do that. It makes you become more self-aware quicker than you probably would. It kind of makes you grow up faster. So one of the reasons I like doing this show is to see what a brat I can be and try to fix that, because I mean, no one's perfect, and definitely not me.
Another question from Giles. He wants to know who was your biggest competition as far as the underdogs goes. Who's somebody that you were like, I don't know if I want to face her in elimination, or I want to face her in elimination so I can prove myself and send her home?
I guess probably I looked at Nicole the most, just because she's the most in shape. She's a police officer, so she has a job where she actually has to use common sense. Because a lot of people think that the challenge is just all about athletics, but if you don't have a brain, very well in the challenge. You have to have a little bit of both. This is not just an Ironman or a Spartan race. This is a bit of both. This is a social game, an intelligent game, and a physical game. So honestly, I was just more worried about competing with myself. So I try not to worry about other people and just focus on your own skills or lack thereof. But Nicole, I guess I would say Nicole, though, because I mean, I would hate to go in elimination against any of my alliance, because that means one of us would go home. That would be my biggest fear.
Yeah.
I mean, I really just wanted to make sure if I was going to go in, someone else that I didn't like was going to go in.
I got to ask you, how hysterical is Nicole in the house? Because she is probably one of my favorites, because she's so hilarious when she talks in confessionals and whatnot.
Nicole's a really good girl. We've had a few conversations, and yeah, she's sweet, she's funny, she's fucking hysterical, but you have to live with her 24/7. She wakes up bright and early because she doesn't drink that much, which is a very honorable thing. And because we're all like 2 sheets to the wind, and she's pretty sober, so she'll be waking up at 8:30 with that New York accent as loud as the morning, just so loud, and you're like, oh, I don't even know what the fuck she's saying, because you can't understand her accent. But if she doesn't shut up, I swear to God, I will have a smashly moment and just freak out. But no, she's a good girl. She's funny to have around. She's definitely hysterical.
Yeah, seems like she
has good morals. She's a good girl. She's a police officer. Sorry. So that's one thing I really kind of look up to Nicole. She's a good girl, and
yeah, she's great. And it seems like she gets herself into a little bit of a love triangle coming up soon. So I'm looking forward to seeing what happens.
I mean, a little bit, yeah. We'll see. A lot of people, like I say, some of these people have been doing this a lot of years, and they know how to get camera time. They know how to manipulate rookies. They know how to, things like that.
Yeah, definitely.
So yeah.
So we see. So after this episode, you guys, it's trying to think what to ask next. What do you think about having the advantage that you guys have over the champs as far as having 4 more people, 2 more people? Do you think that's fair for you guys to have more because you guys haven't won one yet?
With the last challenge of the last episode, that it doesn't always come to our benefit, because as you saw, we had more people. We had more people, but they got to pick which one of their teams got to go again. So they pretty much got to pick their best team to compete against someone of our team who didn't get to go again. So I think in some, it's going to be a benefit to us, like in the first challenge. But I felt like in the second challenge, since the champs arrived, the first challenge since the champs, second challenge, that it wasn't in our benefit to have more people, because they got to try again, which got them more. We might have still been really close neck and neck with them if they didn't get to go at that second time.
Yeah. Oh, I just remember what I wanted to ask you. Obviously, last week's episode ends with the whole Jenna rumor about what happened with Jenna and Bruno. What was your take on that whole situation?
Is it a rumor if it's true? No, I'm just kidding. But I mean, honestly though, I don't know. I just know. Okay, I'm going to tell you I'm not going to tell you if it's true or not, because I wasn't there. I wasn't involved. My fingers weren't anywhere, and my lips were not involved in this either. So I can't tell you. I was asleep the whole ride on the plane. But this is what I can tell you, is that it looks like Amanda had brought this up. But if you guys watch closer, you'll see that Johnny in the pool to Amanda. So he had heard it from somewhere else. And that's when, because it had been going around for weeks, for weeks now. That's when Amanda said what she heard. Amanda went up to Johnny and was like, yo, Johnny, did you hear what I heard? Blah, 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 blah. No, like Amanda didn't just go around spreading this rumor to everybody like, oh, hear what I heard, hear what I heard. That's not what happened. Johnny went up to Amanda in the pool. They were in the pool swimming and was like, I heard something, blah, blah, blah. I mean, like, we were spreading the rumors, but we all know Johnny's a little pot stirrer. Yeah. He's the king of stirring the pot. So that's even where I got that. When I said that last episode, that's where I got that from, is from Johnny. Because he calls himself a pot stirrer. He knew what he was doing. It worked. It turned around back on Amanda and myself. But, I mean, whatever. If you think we're the only people in that house that thinking about someone else, you're sadly mistaken. Because everyone in that house is constantly, what's going on in other people's relationships, whispering and talking. I mean, there's nothing else in that house to do besides talk. So if you don't think we're going to talk about what's going on, then you're just living in La La Land and dreamland. Nobody was mean. No one singled out poor Jenna. We honestly don't have a problem with Jenna. I don't. It just got blown out of her. She personally blew it out of proportion by crying, make a big deal with it. It's making out. I mean, you're fucking, how old? 23, 24? We've all fucking made out. You weren't in a relationship. Hell, I've made out with girls when I wasn't in a relationship, let alone with a hot guy. Like, it's going to be okay. Suck it up, wipe away the tears, and just get over it, but she's the one who made it this big huge deal, when really it would have just been like, Bill, like, no one gives a fuck. No one really does. And just turned back on us, and in the worst way possible, because it looks like we were going around demising her end and like plotting to make her cry or hurt. We are not this type of people. We would never want to do that. But if we hear a rumor, we're gonna talk about it. Like, oh my God, shut up, girl. Nuh-uh. Who told you that? That's just what girls are gonna do. But
what else can you do?
We didn't go out of our way to intentionally hurt her. What?
What else can you do in that house, like you said earlier?
What can we do?
I mean, you guys don't have TV. You guys don't have music. I mean, all you guys are gonna do is talk about what's going on tonight.
Yeah, listen to this. In Thailand, it is humid AF, and in the winter, which when we were there, it rains a lot. So it was cloudy or rainy. So sitting by the pool really isn't leisure activity, because it's cloudy outside and it's a little rainy. I kept getting sick from the food so bad that I finally it was like a stomach flu to a stomach infection, to where I was like for 2 weeks throwing up. I think I caught it from Hunter because he had it first. And it was horrible. Like, even at challenges, I thought I'd have to go to the bathroom, like on that rolly challenge. Oh, I just hit myself in the face. On that rolly challenge, on the last one that we did, I literally, while other people were going, would have to ask, like, in between people if I could go use the bathroom. That's how bad it was.
Oh.
Laying in bed a lot. So I swear the challenge is a like test to my will and sanity. No wonder I always lose my sanity on the challenge because I'm laying in bed for 2 or 3 weeks with nothing to do.
Yeah.
Arm, I still have the scar. I don't know if you can see that one. Oh, there it is.
Oh,
So I still got that from last season.
That was from the challenge when you got injured?
Yeah, it was way worse than they actually showed. How like humid it was in Mexico, how deep it was. They took really great care of me. Love production because they came in every day, made sure it was clean. You know, it had me gone to doctors and things like this, but it was fucking painful because it was pretty deep and it kept healing. But then when I'd move it, it'd rip back open. And then in Mexico, it was super humid and hot as well. So it'd be sticky and sweaty. Like, I remember Corey wouldn't even let me hang out with him that often because it grossed everybody out. Everyone was like, you are disgusting. Go to your bedroom. Like, it would ooze and just, like, randomly start bleeding. It was just super disgusting.
I think that about does it. But what I normally do with my guests is I throw. I'm gonna play a quick little game. I'm gonna give you a name of a certain cast member that I want to get your like initial thoughts on him or her, and we'll do that for about the next 5 minutes. You ready?
Okay.
So I want to definitely talk about this one, and this is somebody I want to try. If he's watching this, Shane, I want you on my podcast. What are
Shane, I can try to put in the good word for you.
I want to hear how you feel about him.
And you just need to talk to Shane because, one, he's fucking hilarious. He has great energy, and he is a very positive person. I had a few negative points during the season, and he was one of the first people, even though he barely knew me, to put his arm around me and have a heart-to-heart. He's a great person, good soul, fucking hilarious. They don't show Shane's funny parts, but oh my God, I don't know if they have shit you should have shown. I mean, he's the best, y'all.
I'm so glad to see him back. I mean, he was, get this, Ashley, my very first challenge that I watched back in 2003, I want to say, he was on. So it's like, I grew up watching him. So it was cool to see him come back.
Oh, he's so awesome.
Yeah. Do you know if and I'll definitely ask him this, but do you know if he still wants to do some more?
I'm not sure. He has a lot going on with work and maybe a new love interest, but it's not for me to say. Sure,
Mm-hmm. Okay, next one. One of the girls that I've grown up to love, I've had her on my podcast many times. She unfortunately didn't make it to the Oasis, but what are your thoughts of the lovely Latoya?
Oh, Latoya? Tea Time with Toya, she's the only thing that kept anyone in the shelter sane, you guys. She would have her fake talk shows. Well, there were real talk shows, but with all the competitors. And Latoya is fucking hilarious. She was, her and Shane were best buddies in the shelter. And I try to third wheel myself into their friendship because they are hilarious. I love them. Yeah, both of them. They're both good friends.
Yeah, Latoya's great. And then another one of the ones that got sent home early in the Oasis, her best buddy, Marie.
Marie, I love Marie. She's cool. Marie is like really cool. She's very New York. She's cool. She's like a cool girl. She's funny. Yeah. I mean, just the whole group. Like before the shelter was over, it was Marie, me, Amanda, Shane, and then Sylvia towards the end when we were trying to take her to the dark side. All of us hanging out, just the dynamic of the conversations just is the only thing that kept me staying in that shelter.
Mm-hmm. So another one that I'm glad he's back on the champion side, Shane's cast member, Mr. Darrell. What do you think about meeting Darrell for the first time?
I was so excited to meet Darrell because he's from Sacramento and my best friend's from Sacramento and he was her personal trainer. So a few years ago, she was telling me that blah, blah, blah. And when he showed up, I was so excited because I'd already heard the best things about him. I was just like stoked. And he's so good. He's such a family man now. He's got the cutest wife and family, and he just missed them so much when he was there. And it was nice just to, because once again, he is a very level-headed person. He doesn't get too caught up in the emotions of the game. When I was getting caught up, because sometimes you forget that it's just a show or just a TV game, and you get very emotionally involved. So it was very nice to just have Darrell around to be like, down, who cares about this shit? It's just, it's just for a few more weeks, blah, blah, blah. And then it's like, okay, you're right. Keep your head focused. So he's very level-headed, awesome guy.
So good to see him back. He hasn't been on in about 7 years, so it was awesome to see him back.
A good competitor. Like, I'm not sure there's anyone better than Darrell.
Yeah. Oh, he killed. He whooped Zach in that last elimination. Zach is definitely no slouch.
And Zach was like twice his size, and Zach is a badass. And Darrell, Darrell's stamina, if you guys could only just understand, I swear that guy could run straight for like he could do the final for 3 days, no stop, no water, no break. Like he's he's just so, like, he's just a monster.
And his answer to TJ's question was hilarious. I want to buy a camper.
Serious. He was very serious about that. That's what he told us. We were like, but the only thing about Darrell is that he really has bad gas problems. He toots a lot. Just kidding, Darrell. You'll kill me. I'm just kidding.
And then another champ. I don't know if I've ever asked you what your relationship with Bananas, with Johnny Bananas.
A love-hate relationship. I love him because he's hysterical to keep around. When you're in the challenge house, he will have you laughing 24/7. Honestly, when he wasn't there at the beginning of the season, I was kind of let down because he is hilarious to have around. He's fucking hysterical. You just want to make sure that his comedy isn't directed towards you.
Yeah.
It feels more like bullying than comedy. But when it's pointed towards someone else, it's fine, But when it's coming towards you, then you get a little, well, at least I do. I get on the defensive. We'll wait till next episode. Talk about it.
Yeah, I actually just got some of the swag last week. Some of his Bananas stuff.
Oh, you ordered it?
Yeah. Good.
No, I'm just kidding. That's awesome.
Every Tuesday night. But moving on, let's finish the champ guys out. CT.
Love CT. He's awesome. He's turned into a family man. Him and Darrell were like best buddies because they're both like family men. He's a real good guy. It was crazy to just be in the presence of CT because he's always been my favorite challenger. See him compete, and like it was like watching all the champs compete against each other, especially in eliminations. It's literally like days when I was watching them and on TV, and just never even dreamt in a million years that I would be competing against them or standing right next to them watching in real life, So just having all the three of those guys around is just mind-blowing and surreal. Yeah, definitely surreal. And CT's a good guy. He had a few pep talks with me this season, and he's definitely more level-headed than what they've shown him in the past, I think. And I think he's more focused on his it was good to be around.
His little boy is the cutest thing. Buddha Fatso.
Oh. He had this picture printed out of the little boy in this monster costume from like Monsters Inc. Oh my gosh. It was the cutest freaking thing. Me and Amanda would just ask to see it sometimes just because we were bored. Like, it is so freaking cute.
Yeah. So a couple more. The obvious big champion is for the girls' side is Laurel. So what were your thoughts with Laurel?
I thought, oh my gosh, this girl looks tough. She looks strong. The one thing that really impresses me about Laurel is how smart she is. I'm more impressed with people's intelligence than their physical ability, because anyone can reach a physical ability if they try really hard. But I feel like some people just have a natural she does. And it was nice to have conversations with her and talk to her. She has a real job and career, which a lot of people, and she's just very motivated in her personal life too. We had some good times in that lavender room, which is the room that the mean girls stay in. Talking with Laurel. She's funny and she's
yeah. And then her bestie or old bestie, I don't know what her situation is with the next one, Cara Maria.
Cara Maria is probably the one that's the most physical fit. She's known for winning eliminations. I was just hoping that I never had to go against her. That was just, lay in my bed and pray, like, please don't make me go in an elimination against Cara Maria. It's scary, especially I don't know. I didn't know what to think about her, and I still don't know what to think about her. So,
yeah. I think that about does it. Last question I want to know, and then I'll let you plug whatever you want to plug. Is are you and Miss Jenny from your season still tight?
Yeah, I was just texting with her a couple of days ago. We text every now and then. I love her. I don't know if you guys have been watching Jenny, but she started a new YouTube channel about fitness. She's lost like something crazy, like 60 pounds. She looks amazing, and she's an inspiration for all just women who want to get their butt back in shape. Awesome girl.
Yeah, she and Brian are doing very well.
Yeah, they are. They're doing good. That baby is just probably one of the cutest babies I've ever freaking seen. I honestly think that baby is just a doll, because she should be in beauty pageants. I love that child. It's so pretty.
Who would have thought, Ashley, after your real season, that those two would still be together? I'm glad they are, but who would have thought?
Not me.
I'm glad they are, but who would have thought,
I know.
Do you still talk to anybody from the your world season that we haven't seen on the challenge in a while?
No,
not
really.
I
don't think so. Who else? I don't even remember who else was on there. No, I'm just kidding. That Haley, the Tom's ex. I like her pictures sometimes on Instagram, and she like returns the favor sometimes. I mean, I like her. I mean, not that I really know her, but I was only on there for like. So I don't really know anyone from that season.
So I definitely want to thank you for coming back on. It's definitely been a blast talking to you. We definitely got to do it again. We can definitely try to do it again before the season ends.
Yeah, I'm down, definitely.
Yeah. So where can people find you on social media? Okay,
guys. So on Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat, it's MTV Ashley Brooke. So I'm pretty easy, keep it simple like that. Follow me. I'm very responsive, especially on Snapchat, and like fun to everyone if I can, if I have time. I try to add back, because we are just reality TV people. We're not Beyonce. So I have time in my day to try to respond, then I will.
Great. Thank you so much, everybody, for tuning in, and thank you so much, Ashley. We're definitely going to do it again really soon, and we'll catch you guys later.
Thank you. You're the best. Thanks for everything.